I'm Abolfazl. Let's get right to it. It's the final week of the GI block, which means it's the week of the weird and the wonderful. Basically, anything they didn't have time for in the rest of the block. For example, I have my professionalism lecture this week, I have a history presenting session, I have clinical skills, and obviously I have the system review lecture. But let's talk about today. Today I had a nice late start at 1 o'clock with a large group CBL from 1 till 3. And now I'm in the break because I have a little break from 3 till 4, and then I have a lecture from 4 till 5. So it's a late start and a late finish, so there's not going to be much to do today. And look at that painting. I mean, that's taking modern art to a whole nother level. Can you tell anything that's going on in there? Because I don't think I can. But yeah, that's an interesting painting. Today has been an interesting day till now, discussing the CBL case in the large group with the convener, and I've got a lecture coming up to finish off today. If there is anything else, I will vlog it, but I don't think today's going to be that long. I will see you guys tomorrow. Today's been another interesting day. The first lecture I had from 12 till 1 was a populations perspective lecture. As I said last week, the weird and the wonderful stuff. It's interesting, but not exactly science of medicine. And as I said, it was 12 o'clock, so I got a nice late start. Straight after that was 12 till 1. Straight after it, from 1 till 3, I had clinical skills, where we learned how to do a cardiovascular examination. That's a really major and really long examination, so that was really cool to learn and go over. And that means I've learned the GI examination and the cardiovascular examination in this block. So that's two really major examinations that I've learned. So they were both really cool. But this week's not been that eventful. I even looked at the news to see if there's anything fun or weird in the news that I could maybe make a joke of or tell you guys about that could be interesting, but I couldn't find anything. So, considering this was the GI block, how about if I give you a med fact about the GI block? In relation to the GI tract, the body has an amazing defense system. First, you have the stomach acid, which will get rid of any bacteria that it comes into contact with. If the bacteria might just get through that, then it has the bile and the duodenum, which, as last time I said, is the first part of the small intestine, which will get rid of anything there. And if it even gets past that, then you have the M cells, which are lymph tissue, and they will take in the bacteria, destroy it, and then even present the remains, the antigens, for the body's immune system to remember for later. And that means that organisms, bacteria such as salmonella, they need at least 10 to the 3 or 1,000 bacteria, live bacteria, before you can have any symptoms. And once they have that much, then they start incubating, and they have quite a long incubating period, where once they're embedded, they have to start growing and growing before they can attack the body and have any signs or symptoms. So the body's got an amazing defense system. But there is a bacteria where only 5 to 10 organisms can cause signs and symptoms. That is Shigella. Shigella is resistant to the stomach acid, to the bile, and when it gets to the M cells, it binds to them and starts releasing the Shiga toxin, which destroys the M cells themselves. And Shigella's only got an incubation period of 2 to 3 days. So when you get it, if a patient gets Shigella, they will quickly show signs and symptoms. And these signs and symptoms can include sudden onset colic abdominal pain, passing low volumes of blood, and other signs like that. But although this sounds quite scary, most cases are self-limiting. So it has quite a long period where it can remain in the body because it's so resistant. It's really hard for the body to fight off, so it can stick around for a week or so. But the body will eventually fight it off itself. Most cases, as I say, are self-limiting, so the body will take care of the work. And that's it for today, guys. A nice short day in uni, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, and that's the scrubs that I was wearing for clinical skills. I'm off today, but the weather's not too bad. Well, I mean, it's not great, but I think the past few days have really lowered my expectations. So I decided instead of just sitting at home and doing nothing, I'm gonna come into uni, visit my friends, and see what happens. South Asian Society. It's run by some of the most awesome people I know, and they've been doing this event with the university where you can send anonymous love letters to someone who you like in the university for Valentine's Day. Well, I say Valentine's Day, that's actually next week, but you can only collect the letters this week, so for just before Valentine's Day. Now, I'm sure it's no surprise to you guys, I'm single. So it was a surprise to me when I found out, by getting an email from South Asian Society, that I'm a recipient of one of these anonymous love letters. So we're heading down to the guild to collect it. So this is what I got. It's not actually a letter, it's a heart. And it looks amazing, just the way it's been folded, and look at how nicely my name's been written, and it's been spelled correctly, and you can tell how long my name is. That's not gonna be a common occurrence. And yeah, it's just been folded so nicely into an origami heart. So let's open it. I'm not gonna rip it open because I don't want to ruin all the effort. So let's try open it and see what it says on the inside. Oh, there we go. And here's the message. I'll try to put the heart back together. So here's the message. Let's put in some romantic music.
I want to lick your face. You're so hot, I want to touch you every night. I love your vlogs. Marry me.
That was a really touching message. I mean, to have someone want to lick your face, that's a special kind of bond that you can't just wipe away. And you may be anonymous, but just know, I love you too. And to the rest of you, pro tip if you want a secret admirer, start vlogging. It seems to help. So it's time to stop chilling at uni and head down to A.Bee's place. Today's been a really fun day, and we're gonna make it a fun night as well by going to A.Bee's place and hanging out there. We've come and we've ordered pizzas and food, and our host is A.Bee, the legend, where everything looks delicious. It's not even focusing on the food anymore, but yeah, it looks amazing.
We're gonna have a food coma.
Today is a really nice day because we have a really late start at 12 o'clock and a really early finish at 1 o'clock. It's a nice day because we only have one lecture. I mean, it's such a nice day. You would kind of hope that they just move the lecture to a day when you're actually busy and you have to be in uni for longer and give today off. But they haven't done that, so I do have to go in for this lecture, and I will catch you guys after it. I keep saying today's such a nice day, but it's actually really cold outside. Yesterday, my unboxing of the PlayStation VR went up, and I was so excited about that. You have no idea. I think we've reached the pinnacle of gaming, so if you haven't already, make sure to check out that video. I say we've reached the pinnacle of gaming because I remember talking and fantasizing about something like that back when I was a kid. I would be telling like my brother how cool it would be if we could go into the games and actually live the game. And now it's actually happening. There were even films released around that concept. I think one of the Spy Kids movies was released where they went into the game. I wonder if my audience is old enough to remember the Spy Kids movies. But yeah, back then it was just a dream, it was just a fantasy concept, and now it's a reality, so that's super cool. And I'm not talking about the more modern film projects or concepts like Sword Art Online, because they were based around the idea that was quite feasible once we've already developed the idea of PlayStation VR, of virtual reality gaming. I'm talking about back when this was just a dream for me, and now it's a reality, so that's super exciting. And I don't know how much further we can go with gaming right now, because VR is not like people think a 3D experience, like when you go to the cinema and you watch a 3D film. That's different to VR. VR, you're actually there, you're present in the game, you're doing everything that the character's doing, and the environment is all around you, so it's crazy different to anything I've ever experienced before. I don't think it's really easy to explain VR to someone. You have to try it out to really understand it. And yeah, that's just so insane. It's crazy. I'm so happy with it. And as I say, I think this is the pinnacle of gaming. We're now living the games. It's last day of the week and last day of the block, but it's not going to be a short day. I have classes from 10 till 4 with only an hour break in between. So I don't think there's going to be anything else to do today because it's so long. So that's going to be it for this week. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlogs. You can click here to subscribe or here to watch the last video. And I really hope you enjoyed this week, although it wasn't as active as some of the other weeks. And if you did enjoy, make sure to share and subscribe. I know you want to be me, but I'm signing out.